Hi guys, welcome to Geography class with King David. In today's episode, I'm going to be teaching you about the EU nations. So apparently 27 nations in Europe said that they want to make their own union. So the other nation that except these 5 that I'm going to mention just joined the EU. So here are the founders: France, Germany. Then after that there's Italy, Belgium, and Netherlands. These are the 5 that started the EU. Everybody else started joining the EU right after all these members started. So today we're going to be looking on the 27 nations of the EU. So let's first start with Andorra. Andorra, capital Andorra la Vella, in between Spain and France, have many history with the Kingdom of Aragon. Then it got independence from the Kingdom of Aragon, became part of the French Empire, then became its own thing once again. Then France took it over again by Napoleon, and then it got independence. So that's clearly a small brief history of Andorra. So this nation surrounded by Spain and France, and if you add the other nation that want independence, Catalonia, Basque Country, and Occidentia, surrounded this nation. Its capital is Andorra la Vella. Now, let's go to the next nation, Bulgaria. Capital, Sofia. So, Bulgaria is a Balkan nation, and less Balkan nations like to be in this union. Mostly the Yugoslav nations. Like all of them except Croatia and Slovenia. All the rest have disagreed to join the EU. So back to the topic of Bulgaria. So Bulgaria is a beautiful country between Turkey, Romania, and the Black Sea, and Serbia, and the small border with Greece and Macedonia, and that it has a small water length with the Black Sea. And Russia always wanted to reach the Black Sea, but Bulgaria is the lucky one. So, next nation, Belgium. Belgium is one of the founders, as I told you in the beginning of this video. Capital, Brussels. And it is sandwiched like Andorra, our first topic, again by France and Germany, but also by Luxembourg and Netherlands. It has 3 regions: Flemish, that speaks Dutch, and then the Sasko-Morgan, that is the German-speaking region that speaks German, and then Wallonia, that speaks French, French-speaking region. And then there's Brussels. So Belgium doesn't have an official language, it has only 3, and those are from other nations. So next one, Austria. Austria is a mountainy nation near Germany, Italy, Slovenia, Hungary, Croatia, Czech Republic, and Switzerland. So this mountainy nation has 2 languages, German and Austrian. Austrian is a bended German, and some Austrians speak full German, not bended. So its capital is Vienna, and its capital Vienna is near the capital of Hungary, Budapest, about 23 kilometers away. So now let's go to the next example, Hungary. So Hungary is a nation between Romania, Croatia, Serbia, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Austria. So this nation of Hungary, it was before controlled by the Soviet Union, an old forgotten nation. So when it was ruled by the Soviet Union, it didn't really like that and rioted for independence. They did lose, but they got up a fight. So now Hungary is a peaceful nation in Central Europe, and it is very beautiful. Budapest is the capital, pretty close to Transylvania, part of Romania, and I recommend you have a good stay. So next country, Poland. Poland is very likely to get bombed or destroyed by another nation in Europe, because Germany and Russia have been tormenting it like almost its whole life. So Poland's history talks many parts about Germany and the Soviet Union, that now speaking of Russia, taking parts of it, removing parts, and then taking it as their own land. So Poland's capital is called Warsaw. Poland is a happy nation now, now is friends with Germany and Russia, so no more problems. So next, the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic is in Central Europe, near Slovakia, Austria, Poland, and Germany. Its capital is Prague. It has another capital, two capitals, and its capital the second capital is Brohan. So these two capitals, let me tell you their locations. So Brohan is in the south with Slovakia, and then Prague is central, like more closer to Germany. So Czech Republic's capital is Prague, and also Brno has two capitals, a beautiful country like all other EU members. And now should we go to the next country? So that's Germany. So Germany borders many nations in the EU, and many nations that border Germany are part of the EU, because Germany is the founder of the EU, and it's more likely that any new nation that borders Germany will be part of the EU, because everybody else that borders Germany is part of the EU, except Switzerland. Switzerland doesn't want to join the EU because Switzerland always thinks about his voluntary actions, because maybe there will be some kind of EU war and Switzerland doesn't want to get into that because it doesn't have a very strong army. So that's why Switzerland isn't part of the EU. And now back to the topic of Germany. So here are the three most popular cities. Berlin. Berlin is the capital in the Czech Republic. Many times the bombings of Britain on Germany happened there. And Berlin was also where they took the plane to go and bomb France, to go and create it as a Nazi country, ruled by Nazi. And we don't really want to talk more about this Nazi stuff. So let's go to the next one. And its name is Munich. Munich is near Austria, mountainy part. And it has a small enclave in Austria. This enclave isn't really called part of Germany, but it should be. And now Munich is a very popular city, second most populated. Now third, Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf is the third most popular city. If I'm pronouncing this wrong, please tell us the pronunciation in the comment section below. So Dusseldorf is closer to the Czech Republic, like Berlin. So Berlin and Dusseldorf are pretty close to each other. So those are the most popular German cities, the three most popular German cities. And Berlin is the capital, near the Czech Republic, as we said before. And Germany is a pretty beautiful country, but with many out ties with some other nations that it has problems with. And it has only one nation that wants independence from it, full independence, and that's Bavaria. Bavaria is in southern Germany, near Skaskoragbon and Saxony and Hesse. So this part wants independence than Saxony and Skaskomarzgon. So if he gets independence, he might become part of the EU. So next one, Italy. Italy, the land of pizza, and the third beginner of the EU. So why I said the land of pizza is because of many Italian chefs really know how to make pizza. So the capital is Rome, have many history with Greece, started the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was one of its most greatest empires. So the Italians have an island near France. Here it is. It's called Poughkeepsie, and it is near the island of Corsica of France. So there are two nations that want independence from Italy. Let me tell you their names. There's Venice, due to money problems, and then there's Sicily that just voluntarily wants independence, and also due to it has a correspondence with Algeria than Italy. So Italy is really nice if you don't count the part that it wants independence, that the nation that wants independence. So now to the next nation, Netherlands, another founder of the EU, and the Netherlands once ruled over Belgium and Luxembourg. Luxembourg has three languages, German, French, and Luxembourgish, if you're wondering. And it's also called the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. And it has a corresponding history with the Netherlands because they had a personal union. So back to the topic of the Netherlands. The Netherlands is really known for its trees, its farmlands, and its windmills. And its capital is Amsterdam. And it does border the Baltic Sea, Atlantic Ocean, and the Nordic Sea. You wonder how? Due to the 7 islands that it has coming out of the west of it. So to our next country we go. Spain. Spain has many independence marches, but if you don't count those, Spain is a very beautiful nation, the 7th most visited nation in the world, and its capital is Madrid. And here are the nations that want independence that I was talking about. So there's Logan. Logan isn't so known for independence, but still wants independence. Andalusia is also an independent rights movement of Andalusia. It's happening, and Spain isn't allowing it like every other nation. Galicia borders Portugal, and makes the Spanish shape look more like that squirrel. So if it gets independence, it will shape Spain in a different shape, And it will be a nation that will also border Portugal. Portugal is very peaceful and everybody wants to border him. So, if Galicia gets independent, after Spain, we will border Portugal. So then there's Catalonia. Catalonia is the most known and the most controversial of all of the Spanish independent movements. So Catalonia have many independent movements. Like it once even had a vote for independence in Barcelona, but the Spanish just blocked it. Now Catalonia relies on march in the street for independence due to that their old referendum was blocked. So if the Spanish wouldn't get their independence, well, right then there will become some war for independence. So we come to our last independence movement, the Basque Country. The Basque Country is a region of Spain that wants independence, like every other one, but it borders Andorra like Catalonia, and it's very willing to get independence right after Catalonia is the most known. So Spain is beautiful if you don't add those independent movements, right? Like Italy, and that it's very nice country. So then Portugal. Portugal is a nation in the EU, has a history with Spain, has a history of being independent, has a history of never having any wars except the war for the independence from the Iberian Peninsula Empire by Spain. So everything else, Portugal have been peaceful. Even in the Allied Axis War of Europe, Portugal wasn't even part of this. He didn't do anything. Portugal was just peaceful, acting like nothing actually happened. When to everybody else something huge has happened. So, Portugal's capital is Lisbon, 2 islands near Algeria, one near Algeria, one near Morocco. And it just have one island in Oceania pretty far from it. But we don't want to talk about that. It's called La Grande, by the way. So, Portugal has 19 federal districts and is pretty close to Spain. So, to our next nation, Slovakia. Slovakia is a mountainous country, like every other nation that is in Central Europe. And it does border Ukraine, Romania, Austria, Hungary, and Czech Republic and Poland. So, it is widely surrounded, has a widely huge population, and it is among the Slavic nations. And most of the Slavic nations use the Russian flag, but in many different ways. Like, let's take the example of Serbia, Slovenia, Slovakia, Russia, and Bulgaria. So and Croatia. These examples of Slavic nations' flag, they look very familiar. Like you can just change their flags and it will look like the different flag of different nations that is Slavic. So Slovakia was part of Czechoslovakia till it separated in World War II, became its own nation. Then had many controversies with Hungary, started getting oppressed by Hungary, then got independence, and yeah, that's how it came to be. Its capital is Bratislava, and it has 3 languages. Czech, that's the language of Czechia, or the nickname Czech Republic. German is widely spread around Central Europe. And then there's Slovakian. Slovakian is the official language for Slovakia. And that's what many people speak. So time for the next country, Slovenia. So Slovenia was a former republic of Yugoslavia, like Croatia and other nations that were part. And now when it got independence, and it was the first to get independence, and then it was a very peaceful nation. Nothing actually happened. It had no other controversies except the war with Yugoslavia. Then when after independence, it had many friendly bonds with other nations. So what we can say, that this nation is too peaceful for anybody to bother. Then there's UK. Brexit ended in the 31st January 2020, meaning Britain seceded from the European Union in that time. So I'm adding it in this video due to that other people still think that Brexit exists, but this debunks this question that everybody's trying to answer. So it is now out of the EU, and if it wants to join, it can join if it wants again. But maybe that wouldn't be the case after it wanted independence for so long from the EU for so long. So then its capital is named London. It has 4 languages: Irish, Scottish, Cornish, and English. So these 4 languages are widely spread around the nation, and the most spreaded language is English. So to the next nation we go, shall we? That's Ireland. So Ireland is in the EU bordering UK, just with this small border of Northern Ireland that is still considered Ireland by some Irish. And the official language is Irish and English. So you can speak English, but it's better to speak Irish because some people understand you and some people wouldn't. So its capital is Dublin. Dublin is a beautiful city in the Atlantic Ocean. And if you join it with Northern Ireland, it will become the Republic of Ireland, or the island of Ireland. So that's Ireland. Now to Finland and Sweden. These two have some very good bonds together, but still hate each other because of the Swedish Empire and due to island problems. So these two have controversies over the islands, and with Denmark they create the nations of the EU that use the krone, the Swedish krone, the Finnish krone, and the Danish krone. So maybe when Nordica gets fully formed, that will be the money, krone. So Sweden and Finland are both beautiful nations in Nordica, that is the Nordic nations. And Sweden was the one who started the Viking belief of the Vikings, and Finland joined a long time after that. So both are very beautiful nations. Finland once had a war with the Soviet Union, and it ended with the Soviet Union getting hurt very badly and many Soviets dying, but a small amount of Finnish dying. So the Finnish won that war, but the land have now got succeed to Russia, right like 2 years after the war. So here are their capitals of Denmark, Sweden, and Finland. Helsinki, the capital of Finland. Then there is Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. And then the Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. So those are the Nordic nations in the EU. Now to our last examples are Malta. So Malta is a small nation, part of the EU. An island, its capital is Valletta, and it has it has 3 islands. One is called Malta, the other one is called Capital Island, and then there's St. Marcos. So these 3 islands make Malta, and it is a beautiful island near Italy and Algeria, and it does have a real strong bond with Italy. So to our 3 last nations, Greece, Romania, Bulgaria, and Cyprus. So Romania has a very good relationship with Georgia, but it isn't part of the EU. Because it isn't fully part of Europe anyway. It's separated by the Black Sea. So this nation is mostly known for Transylvania and vampires, because Vampirina and also Dracula was filmed first in Transylvania, that's Romania. So its capital is Bucharest, near Hungary's capital Budapest. Do not confuse the capitals. Bucharest and Budapest are very different names, if you do not mix them up. And yeah, Romania is that. So the next nation, Greece. So Greece is it is very of a Spartan nation. Spartan is what they believe in. And also Turkey and some Italian parts believe in Sparta too. So the capital of Greece is called Athens, and it has other islands. One of the most popular is Crete. And Greece is not so peaceful and is very, very poor. So in that way, if it's said to pay a debt, let's say by Germany, then it will ask Germany, because of paying the debt, that Germany gives him €1. So if it continues like this, Germany will be rich and Greece will be rich. Now there's no problem. But Germany disagrees with this, and so does all other nations that ask for debts from Greece. So Greece is going to remain like this till he applies force on everybody. So now to the last one, Cyprus. So Cyprus is very controversial because of Cyprus is not united. It is not the Republic of Cyprus. There is the UN buffer zone, there is the British part of Cyprus, there is the Republic of Cyprus, and the Turkish Republic of Cyprus that is only recognized by Turkey. And Cyprus is in the Mediterranean Sea near Syria and Turkey, and it has one capital because like we met the Czech Republic that has two. So, and that capital is Nicosia. This is a beautiful nation under Turkey, and I recommend you have a good stay. So these are the European nations, the 27 of them, if you don't add the UK. And hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Please ring the notification bell to get notified on each video we create. And bye guys, and have a happy day.